Hi everyone. Today I am going to talk about how to create more happiness in your life with these 6 tips. So stay tuned for that. If you do not know me, I am Randy Lamont and I support women on their health journey while creating a lifestyle they love. Now, I am in Thailand right now, as some of you know. Please check out my Instagram at Sassy Yoga Girl and you can see all the photos, or my Facebook, Randy Lamont. Before I begin, please subscribe and hit the like button so you can see all the videos that I'm going to be posting weekly. What did I say I was going to do? I have no idea. Oxygenated? Oxygenate. Okay. 6 tips on what made me feel healthier and happy and created more happiness in my life. Tip number 1. Definitely, as soon as you get out of bed, you need to move your body. Whether it's just basic stretching, jumping jacks on the spots, it literally just 10 minutes. 10 minutes of your time just to get your blood flowing, get some oxygen going into your body, moving your body. Your body is built for movement. So for me, as soon as I would get up, I would do yin yoga. I would even just do a sun salutation, maybe only 3 rounds, just something to get moving. Sometimes if I felt really energetic, I would quickly go on the treadmill and just run my ass off really hard for 10 minutes and be done. I just needed that oomph to get me going, and that woke me up. And then it made me feel better throughout the day with all the increase of the endorphins and the serotonin and the dopamine, just happy, good feel chemicals. Really, really helped me. So number 1, as soon as you get out of bed, move your body. It doesn't matter how, just move it for at least 10 minutes. And 10 minutes was just for me, what I did. And then because I started with 10 minutes, now I actually exercise every morning. I try to. Some days I do skip, but 10 minutes. Tip number 2 is self-awareness. It's probably one of the most challenging things that I ever had gone through. I've been working on self-awareness for forever. The main reason when I went to India 2011 to do the yoga training was to increase my self-awareness and self-love. So self-awareness is the key to knowing what is happening up here so we can have the ability to change it. If we don't have that self-awareness, we are always going to be doing the same habits, having the same thoughts, and getting the same results. So have you ever experienced also when you're driving from one point to the other and you end up to point B and you're like, holy crap, I don't remember driving at all. I don't know, did I go through a red light? Did I stop? I have no idea what happened. You are completely on autopilot. You're so not present in the moment. There is no mindfulness there. And then when that happens, you're always playing storylines in your head, and typically they're not very nice. They're negative. So your subconscious mind is replaying. So what we need to do is just bring our senses down to the present moment, because if we don't, we're letting our emotions guide our life, not us. We can choose that. Yes, we may feel shitty at times, our emotions may pop up, completely healthy and normal. It's how we handle those emotions is what makes us become healthier and increase that self-awareness. So yes, just being present in the day. So whether you're driving, doing the dishes, just noticing the sights around you, noticing what it feels like to hold on the steering wheel. When you're doing dishes, notice the warm, soapy said water. Notice what's happening around your ears, because when you do that more, your subconscious mind is not doing that inner chatter all the time. And that's what we want to decrease, because we need to change our storylines first as well. And that's another step. So having those, even incorporating quick little tip breaths every so often, every time you're doing something, just try to stop and remember just to take 5 quick deep breaths. Don't even have to know, just in and out through your nose. And that will just help calm the mind down and be more present in the moment. Also, when thoughts are arising, question them. What the heck? Because every time somebody tells me something or we're having a conversation with somebody, our brains right away is creating a storyline, usually pretty negative. And so to stop that storyline from automatically happening, or to check in, just question it. Is this true? Is this factual? Is this valid? Because if it is, then I need to deal with it emotionally. And if not, I'm just creating a storyline that is unnecessary. So self-awareness is huge key. Okay. Tip number 3 is meditation. I cannot stress this enough. Meditation has been the #1 transformation for me. Again, like I said, India changed my life. Just taking those moments, honestly, 5 minutes a day. I mean, the best result is minimum 15 minutes a day, but if you just want to start with 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and just sit comfortably, lay down, we always try to make it difficult than it really is. Just focus on your breath, in and out through your nose. That's it. Thought's gonna come and it's gonna annoy you, and that's totally part of the process. Go back to your breath. Thought comes, back to your breath. Thought comes, back to your breath. That is the key. Once we start taking that time to meditate, it will naturally reduce those negative thoughts. It just kind of clears up all the clutter in your head. It's amazing. And it just calms the nervous system down. As I said in my other blogs, we need our body to have a moment of rest. Once we start meditating and getting that feel for that stillness, that present moment, it is easier to be present in the rest of our lives. So when we are in a situation and emotions do arise, we are more grounded, we are more clear mind, and we have better judgment skills to deal with the emotion instead of overreacting, reacting to any kind of situation. So meditation is total key to happiness. It just creates less drama in your life, reduces stress, and really cleans up the mind. And it really changes your perspective of things quite a bit. Tip number 4, daily journal. What we focus on grows. Every morning I wake up, I write in my journal. I write in the journal the positive aspects of things that I love. So if I have a situation that is bothering me, say something with my husband, instead of focusing on things that I do not like or that bugs me, I will make a list and focus on the beautiful things that I love about my husband, my marriage. You know, like he brings me coffee in the mornings. He'll rub my shoulders when my neck is sore. The list can go on, right? So I focus on those things because then it changes the chemical reaction in our body. And then what happens is we are slowly getting appreciative and creating more gratitude around that situation, which then naturally will manifest into more of those beautiful moments happening. When I'm describing these things, the positive aspects, I sometimes will go further and I will write down my senses. I involve all my senses, like what does it feel like? What did it smell like? What did it touch, feel? All that, all my senses I will use, and that will just heighten things. Because when we're writing, I don't know about you, I'm a visual person, so I'm kind of visioning things and feeling the emotions, which will manifest more and more and more. And in there, so make us more happy. Tip number 5. Stop the ruminating. Stop the ruminating. Ruminating is the worst thing we can ever do to ourselves. So ruminating is replaying a moment over again and again, something from the past, something that we didn't like. Maybe it was a situation or a fight with a family member or a loved one, something that is not serving us anymore, something that maybe we didn't deal with and we wish we dealt with. If we haven't dealt with it, you need to deal with it. Otherwise, you need to let it go. If it's something, it's not going to matter in 5 years, let it go. So ruminating, when we replay those situations over and over and over again, our brain does not know that that's actually not happening in real life. So then you're experiencing all those emotions again, you're creating the cortisol with the stress, your body's producing that. So it's in that constant like fight or flight mode. If just replaying, oh, I'm experiencing that today. And sometimes, most times, when we are ruminating, it's usually more than once a day. So studies have shown when we are ruminating and we want to get out of that headspace, you need a 2-minute distraction, a healthy, positive distraction, whether it's going for a quick walk, listening to a favorite song, reading, having a bubble bath, quick breath work, meditating, anything that works for you, drawing, painting, anything, whatever is your jam, you need to do. And once you can do that every single time you're ruminating or thinking of something and you do something like that, it will take a week or 2 to slowly get rid of that. And eventually that thought doesn't come back. It's just, there's no room for it in our brain. The pathway is gone. When we ruminate, we tend to say more negative things to ourselves or about that person, situation that we are ruminating about. And what happens for me is when I'm replaying those moments, I start to say negative things about myself. That gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And when I say negative things about myself, obviously I'm going to feel shittier, and then I will make unhealthy, stupid decisions. I deal with the situation in a different way than I normally would if I wasn't thinking negative thoughts. For me, I really needed to be grounded and to really control that ruminating. And once I got a grasp of that and the negative thinkings, because we're the worst. Our self talk to us is awful. So we need to change the language we use on ourselves. We need to start talking very kind and gentle to ourselves, which feels very foreign in the beginning, but then works better. And I'll have another video on that because it's a whole video there. So changing our language, the ruminating will help with that. So tip number 6, very last tips, nutrition. Nutrition is key, but a little tricky since we have a fast-paced world and it's so easy to eat the convenient processed food. When I eat crappy food like that, it's inevitable. I feel shitty. I don't feel good mentally and physically. So for me, nutrition is key. I need to eat healthy, whole grain, plant-based foods. For me, that works the best. I kind of shifted to a vegetarian vegan diet. I'm not calling myself that. It's just I try to eat that way. So I'm more that plant-based whole foods. Once in a while, it happens, something happens, I'll eat some cheats. But I try to avoid those foods as much as possible. I just mentally, I feel better. I'm more grounded. My body feels healthier. Some of those other foods are the inflammatory foods for me that trigger my body and I don't react well with it. I have less negative thoughts and I'm more gentle and kind to myself. When I do eat healthy, I'm getting the nutrition my body needs. Sometimes in that, like I said, in the fast-paced world, I will have a protein smoothie. I sometimes just live off smoothies. That really helps me because then I know I'm getting the nutrition and protein that I need. So if you ever are curious what protein products work best that I found for me, let me know. Connect with me and I will let you know what I use. So yes, nutrition is important. So I'm going to give you 5 more tips in how to incorporate this stuff into your daily life because again, busy lifestyle, so some quick tips that just helped me along my journey in terms of changing my health journey. So tip number 1 to incorporate these things, it sounds shitty, but it's very doable. Just wake up 25 minutes early. 25 minutes to do the body movements, whatever I said, like the stretching, the jumping jacks, then sit down, do a quick 5-minute meditation or 10, whatever the time that you can afford to do it. After the meditation, when you're more grounded and you feel good, is the time to do the journal. Like I said, you can make a list of positive aspects, or you can write out your perfect day or what your life would look like in 6 months or what you want it to look like. And again, but use all of your senses. So wake up 25 minutes earlier. Tip number 2, anytime you're taking a sip of coffee, you're getting in your car, you're walking through the driveway or you're walking through a doorway or going to the bathroom, whatever it may be, take a moment, take 2 breaths in and out through your nose and just say a positive thing about yourself, about a loved one, or something that you are grateful for. That will start the rewiring process in your brain and then it becomes easier and natural. So every time, my first time, like when I was changing, I put a note on my coffee mug, an affirmation about myself, and then every time I take a sip, I would see it. Sounds cheesy, but it worked. Tip number 3, if this will help, because since we get busy and we forget, is set your alarm every hour or 2 hours just to have a moment of gratitude. Take 10 breaths and just, again, list all the things that you're grateful for that day. Even though if you're having a shitty day, there is something you can find to be grateful for that really helps, again, with changing the way that we are thinking. Tip number 4, I create a vision board on my phone. There's vision apps, board apps all over. There's a gratitude app and a vision board app. You know, before you go to bed, every night for a little while, I select 4 photos that I liked on Google or wherever, or on my own page, and I just put it in there with a quick little affirmation, text affirmation on that photo. And eventually I had about like 30 photos in there, and before I go to bed and when I wake up, I would watch those things, and it's so fast, so your subconscious mind gets it. It's like a second or 2 seconds. So vision board, and there's gratitude apps, gratitude reminders. It will beep off. You can set how many reminders you want, and then you can just type down what you're gratitude. You can take a photo and it stores it for you. It's like a little memory blog. So those are my other tips that help me get into that mindset and keep me in that mindset daily. That's it. Those are my other tips that would help you kind of get into starting to change the way we think, behave, and act. I hope this was valuable content. Please comment below on the things that have worked for you, that has changed your mindset to make you have, more happiness into your life and cultivating growth and everything like that. So, and yes, thank you for watching and taking the time. I appreciate it.